Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, DB Smiley, and there we go. Bringing you Reborn Knights Black versus ReGen Phoenix. Reborn Knights Black, been around Nexus Gaming Series for quite some time. ReGen Phoenix, obviously ReGen represented in NGS, I believe dating back to Season 2, with the original ReGen roster. But looking forward to this matchup here. ReGen Phoenix is coming off a really fun match last weekend that I casted with them. Blanking out, was it Roll 1? I think it was. I'm blanking out who it was against. I think it was Roll 1. But I don't know, I've casted a lot of matches, all just running together. But already jumping in, we see a Sylvanas ban. We see a Maiev ban, which is something that ReGen Phoenix has grabbed before. On the other side, Abathur ban, not typically what you'd see on the map. Abathur is kind of a mixed bag on this map, because you kind of need physical presence on the point. I mean, he can snag a point, but he can't really be a presence on it unless there's someone else there, and so generally he kind of struggles in the laning phase on this map, but still respecting the ban. And then there's Anduin banned out. That's been Solskiddo's go-to this season. Solskiddo, very, very strong support player. But jumping into it, Phantom's going to jump straight away onto Alarak. So that's a pretty aggressive first pick. I don't know if they were worried about it getting it sniped away, but countered with the ETC KT, so going with a lot of wave clear potential as well as ETC, just kind of the top tank, really, it feels like, in Nexus Gaming Series. Taking a look at some stats here for Alarak. We've been seeing Alarak, 23% popularity, only a 46% win rate, but if he can get stacked early, it's gonna definitely pay dividends. We see Jaina, so countering with a wave clear mage, and then getting that very strong solo laner Rexar into the map here. GG poke check, gonna be grabbing the Jaina. Taking a look now. I gotta say that Alarak is it's an early pick for it. I think it's a very strong opening statement. We've seen Alarak once, and it's a good record. An infinite KDA, 5 kills, 9 assists, 0 deaths from Phantoms when he played that earlier this season. So excited to see what's gonna come of that. Obviously, a lot of pressure onto the Alarak to make plays, but meanwhile, Crafty Devil also jumping onto Rexar, very strong hero on the map, and 3-0 record by Crafty Devil. Now, of course, Reborn Knights Black winning a lot of games, but 2 kills, 8 assists, 0 deaths as well, so that's promising. But we see the Anubrak ban, we see the Ana ban, so those are typically the bans you see in the first phase, but finally finding those now. I like the tank deny, banning out the Anubrak, but what's the next pick going to be here for ReGen Phoenix? I expect they might want to start thinking about what solo laner they want to counter the Rexar. Possibly grab their healer here. Malfurion's up, Tyranda's up. Tyranda very good with ETC. Falstad for the global, and we're going to get a Brightwing here. So trying to maximize this global, do we get a Dahaka in the solo lane and they just go triple global on us? Don't let my memes be dreams. I want to see it. But Darabo gonna be grabbing onto Falstad now. Brightwing into Alarak is as someone who's quite a big fan of Brightwing Garion, not the combo I want to see. And there you see Joanna and Rhaegar, so bringing just a ton of wave clear with those last 2 picks and a ton of safety. Rabid Penguin played some really good ETC last week, but we're going to see him now. And then Solskiddo grabbing Rhaegar, kind of an oldie but a goodie. Rhaegar still in a good spot, I think, in the meta at the moment. Artanis last pick. But Rhaegar, 25% popularity, respectable, only a 46% win rate, so just a little bit below average. But Artanis, the last pick. That's going to be the attempt to go to Rexar. I don't actually know that matchup very well. I I would think that we're going to see Rexar win that fight, but I don't know. We're excited to see what happens as we head into the match. I need to take a brief break, so I will be right back here as we get set up for map number 1. Alright, we are jumping into the match here. It's going to be match number 1. Map number 1 here between Reborn Knights Black and ReGen Phoenix. Let's go ahead and introduce the teams. And, oh no. We're getting a little bugaboo here.
Battle commencing in.
Let's see if that fixed it. Here we go. Crafty Devil on the Rexar, Rabbit Penguin on Joanna, Soul Skiddo on Rhaegar, GG Poketech on Jaina, Phantoms on the Alarak. It's Reborn Knights Black. And over on the right, the Challengers. It's going to be Darabo on Falstad. Up on the top, it's going to be Mudge on Artanis. And down here in the bottom, Arya, going to be on Brightwing, Arrow, going to be on ETC, and Murder, going to be on the Kael'thas. ETC in that bush. Uses the face melt, but Joanna silencing it, not silencing it, ignoring it with the trait there, and hold your ground going to be the pick, as one would expect with this much CC on the other team. Alarak going to be going with that lightning quest, and I'm very interested to see how quickly Alarak can get stacked. Right now, they avoid the mid fight just to deny Alarak the stacks, but a little bit of a grouping up there, not able to get kind of the combo they want. We are seeing a Bride Falstad. We're seeing a Polymorph Brightwing, so that means they really need to try to get those resets to get a lot of value. Meanwhile, Discord Strike there onto ETC. Rotation coming in. Brightwing was bottom. So far, both teams rotating for this soak. We're already seeing Darabo rotate into this siege camp. Phantoms leading the rotation back to mid, but we are seeing Soul Skiddo and GG Poketech. And this is where Rhaegar is going to just give a really big advantage. His camp clear is just significantly better than Brightwing's. And he's really going to help Jaina. They should get this camp quite a bit sooner. The question now, how aggressive does Blue get? Phantoms rotated very safely. Now moving on to this bot shrine. 4 bot. Reborn Knights Black already turning the Dragonite blue. Let's take a look, see what happens mid here. There is a defense, but Kael'thas doesn't have quite the range that you would want for him to be a super level defender. Falstad's going to help out with that. Some good damage, though, getting turned around by that living bomb. Rhaegar in the mid, ready to help out as needed. Joanna on the point with no DPS down here. I don't think Rabid Penguin's going to be in any hurry to move. Meanwhile, though, Falstad coming top. Oh, that is one. Someone call ASPC. In the arms of the angels. Just cut to, like, sad bears with, like, bandages on their eyes. Please donate money to Sarah McLaughlin. She really needs money. Some people are going to get pissed off by that commentary. Either way, though, Red has gained control of this top point for the time being. But Bruiser Camp was picked up. That's going to help Crafty Devil with this push, and he can just drop Misha right onto that point while clearing up this lane. Artanis and Falstad going to grab their Bruiser Camp to try to equal this push out a bit. But here in the bottom, there is quite a scuffle occurring as Kael'thas getting separated out with the Discord Strike. Blizzard going to make ETC think twice about sticking around here. ETC maybe stayed too long. Condemned just barely going to catch him. But Alarak getting stacked up to 3 of the stacks of the negatively charged. Hard to see how many stacks he has of this talent, so... Oh, ETC in a bad spot. Discord Strike Blizzard has the power slide. Should get away, and does do so, but... This is where Brightwing can struggle in the early game. He's not going to be able to heal up super quick. And with 2 people top, it is going to enable ReGen Phoenix to hold this, indeed. ReGen Phoenix to hold this top point. So we have a divided house at the moment. Sunshrine belonging to ReGen Phoenix. Moonshrine belonging to Reborn Knights Black. 3v4 defense here in the bottom lane. Falstad soaking the mid. But we are seeing this just Joanna and Jaina-led wave clear really paying dividends here for Reborn Knights Black. Seemingly getting a good macro lead here. And it's going to enable a push out. Falstad comes in on the flank. There's the polymorph. But bottom wall taking quite a beating there for ReGen Phoenix. Reborn Knights Black still trying to hold this point. Threatening ETC with push. But at the moment, we are actually starting to see a situation where Reborn Knights Black is going to lose some mid-soak here. And they are down about a quarter level. No deaths yet indeed, but both teams kind of playing around each other. Arrow, though, coming close more than once and possibly coming close now a second time. As Brightwing dropping the Z heal. Now Brightwing, though, needs to be careful. A little bit of an awkward position. I think could have possibly been engaged on there, but we did see a successful invade of this siege camp, which I failed to mention, with the bribe. So that's going to help ReGen Phoenix continue to kind of push this XP lead they have. They grab their own siege camp. Now about a half-level lead and getting close to level 10s. Top kind of stalled out, though Rexar should be able to get the point here. So now it's going to be on ReGen Phoenix. Are they going to commit to bottom, or are they going to commit to the defense in mid lane? Joanna rotating down, looking like she might want to get this fight. Level 10 very close for ReGen Phoenix. Arrow a little bit cut off from the rest of the team. There's the Discord strike. Once again, ETC having to run through Blizzard. And just having trouble killing this ETC, though. The spell shield from Brightwing paired with the Guitar Hero self-sustain, making ETC rather tanky. Meanwhile, Falstad flies up top once again to help secure top shrine. And so we are going to see the standard red-blue split here. Yeah, it's kind of accelerating, but they managed to cut it to about to a third of a level here before level 10s came in. So level 10s here now for ReGen Phoenix. What are they going to do with them? ETC has not picked a 10 yet. Brightwing hasn't picked a 10 as well. Now it's Mosh Pit is the choice. Arrow, though, kind of all alone at the moment. It is Emerald Wind from the Brightwing. Phoenix, Gust, and Purifier Beam going to be the choice rather than the Blind. Which makes sense. Not a ton of auto attack damage, but not really able to do anything with level 10 as ReGen Phoenix. Still no deaths on the board. Artanis still having top neutralized out, but taking a look at those ultimates. We got Bless Shield. We got Release the Boars, Ring of Frost. Potential good synergy there with all three of those. A lot of slows and engage. Counter-Strike and, of course, Ancestral because LOL Bloodlust. But now, both shrines divided. Reborn Knights Black going to be able to cap bottom, but still, Rexar having trouble stepping up with this Artanis. Mudge playing very aggressively now, actually going for the well. Near the bottom, ReGen Phoenix hasn't committed, and neither team really making the first move here to really, like, force kind of a fight to break this stalemate. So we could be stuck in this stalemate for a bit. Z being used. Brightwing is coming up top. They're trying to get on the Crafty Devil now, separating out Phantoms with the Emerald Wind. Darabo gets the first kill of the match on to Rexar. Good chase there. Brightwing with that global. Darabo with that global. Phantom should go down, and that's going to be ReGen Phoenix taking the opening salvo in this match. I think the idea with that is to prevent Rexar from just sitting in the back line and focusing on the bear. It's just to put pressure on him. But now Arrow going to go for this channel. Soul Skiddo stepping up, getting the interrupt. Rexar up now, running top. Artanis has gotten quite a bit of damage onto this top structure. And we actually did see the amateur opponent. And by the way, Brightwing is in the Dragon Knight. So 8 minutes into the game, 8.5, we get our first Dragon Knight. Wall pushed down. Looks like ReGen Phoenix. Are they going to go for mid? No, they're going to rotate bot, try to get some wall structure as well. ETC going for some camp clear. But this top fort already very low due to Artanis with this amateur opponent. So we're seeing that Artanis do actually quite well into that Rexar matchup. Indeed, the global help, of course, from Brightwing and Falstad playing no small part in Artanis sustaining out that endeavor. But here we go, pushing on to this fort. Wells down. Drag it out yet for another 20 seconds, so this fort will drop. That's going to be the first fort of the game. And it is in that powerful bottom lane. Yeah, I think the idea with taking mid was just to get the shrines to open up both macro opportunities, but as well as just to get that XP spike from the two towers. Falstad going in for the bribe, gonna steal this camp. Down it goes. Another snipe there, and now Crafty Devil needs to be careful. He's just dealing with all kinds of pressure in this top lane, and Reborn Knights Black, with that kind of hard commit to defending bot, really hasn't sent the assists that ReGen Phoenix can afford to send with this Brightwing and this Falstad Global. Alarak, meanwhile, though, has 2 stacks of his quest done. Now moving in for Darabo. There's the Blessed Shield. Gonna secure the kill. Brightwing not there in time. So, first kill of the match there for Reborn Knights Black. We'll see if they can turn that into a macro advantage. Alarak looking like he's gonna go for this camp. Mudge there, but here come the members of ReGen Phoenix to defend. It's a 4v4 at the moment. Is Rexar gonna join this fight? Looks like he's en route. Arrow, though, very low at the moment, but there's the Purifier Beam with the root combo and the Mach. It's all over Phantoms, but Phantoms gonna dodge that ring nicely, but still goes down, but Mudge also gonna go down as well. It's a 3v4 at the moment as Rexar joins the fight, and they successfully steal that camp, but here comes damage. No, Rabbit Penguin gonna be able to walk away from this one. I believe that was actually a cleanse by Rhaegar that saved Alarak, because I was certain that Ring of Frost was going to hit. So if that was the case, absolutely fantastic cleanse out of the Rhaegar. If that wasn't the case, and it was just I'm bad at observing, then you know what? I still like Rhaegar, so yay Rhaegar is what I'm trying to say. Rhaegar's just, he's such a well-rounded support, and obviously brings that macro pressure. Now, looking to be a bit disruptive. Here come the globals. The camp is taken, though. Emerald Wind separating out, but it only really separates out Joanna, and now Darabo's the one who's in an awkward position. Rexar going to go for the finish and find it. Gus might be able to save Arrow. ReGen Phoenix trying to make the aggressive play. Does not pay off. Emerald Wind not really catching out any of the squishy targets that you want to go for. Pure Malice, yeah. Nice note, Mega Muffins. I hadn't copped that, but fair point. Oh wow, that's why I'm not even. Yeah, I don't know why that Ring of Frost looked red to me for some reason. I am an idiot, I think is what I'm trying to say here. Anyway. Both teams kind of rotating around. Ooh, ETC may have just reposted in the wrong neighborhood. Used the power slide. Face melt. There's the Telekinesis Blessed Shield looking for that kill. Brightwing coming with the Emerald Wind trying to disengage. Joanna unstoppables through it. But now here comes Mudge onto the flank. GG poke check in a bit of an awkward position. Down he's going to go. Mighty Gust was used there seemingly to kill Jaina, but she was already dead. But now swap onto Bear. Bear is going to be low. Mudge really wanting Misha to go down there. Doesn't happen. Thanks for dropping by, Murda. So far, a very kind of, you know, macro-centric map. But at the moment, bottom lane equal, top lane, of course, there's the slight event. Oh, no, this is... All right. They get the cap. Now can they get away? Good cleanse. They do. That's a huge win for ReGen Phoenix, not losing Falstad or Brightwing there. And with those ults down from the last fight, not securing a kill, that's going to be the difference. Because if Blessed Shield is up there, that's a very different engagement. But great job by Brightwing and Falstad, making sure that they secure the bottom shrine long enough for ETC to get the cap in. And now ETC going to push this lane up. And with that amateur opponent and the Dragonite, this is going to be a pretty quick burn. They should be able to get this keep. But Dragonite down already to 50% health and dropping. Still, that keep already very low, 50% on the keep as well. Kickback on the Joanna, separating her from the fight. ETC is going to drop out of Dragon, be ready to re-engage with the Mosh. Is that what we're going to see? Condemn trying to enable the re-engage. Arrow going to get the Mighty Gust to help out. Really good unstoppable there by Rabid Penguin. And there's the Boars on the flank to slow and enable the re-engage. Polymorph onto Misha, trying to buy space. There's the Emerald Wind. Artanis diving to the back line, very low, gets the shield. Here comes Brightwing dropping the shield as well, so Skiddo has to blow the Self-Ancestral. Now Phantom's in a bad spot. Phantom's using the Unstoppable, going for the kill, but doesn't find it, and that's another kill. And there's a swap onto Rabid Penguin, and Joanna's going to be the next to fall. And these Brightwing resets paying dividends in that situation, helping to secure the kill onto Joanna. Brightwing did go Magic Spit here, so that extra cleanse, or that shortened cleanse timer really paying off, yeah, with that Joanna, with the Boars as well. And with that, ReGen Phoenix now picking up level 20, and they're going to push up this keep with Joanna and Alarak dead. Safer choice as opposed to going for the end.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
But it's going to open up 2 lanes, and they're going to go for the end now. I don't like this. If they were going to end, they should have just ended. Now they're going for the end. I mean, I like this call to end. I think they can do it. It's just a matter of why did they ever go for mid-keep? Ooh, great. Mighty Gust to save Arrow. Brightwing using the Emerald Wind to buy space, and ReGen Phoenix, they get the lead. They don't let it go. And that's going to be the game. Game 1, heading over to ReGen Phoenix in this series. We're going to see how Reborn Knights Black comes back and tries to refocus in this next match. Taking a look, though, at the stats. Damage, Kel'Thas really chunking it out. Same with Artanis, doing a really high amount of damage. But you got to give that macro advantage as well over to RGP as they managed to get 2 players over 10,000k soak. Taking a look at talents. I didn't get a chance to look at the level 20s, but obviously we saw the Wind Tunnel getting just a ton of value. Upgraded Purifier Beam, because lulz. But with that, we're going to get set up for game number 2. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, everyone, to the Lexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here. Towers of Doom, going to be map number 2. ReGen Phoenix, taking map 1, and I got to be honest, I didn't see kind of the level of precision I've normally come to expect from Reborn Knights Black in that last map. We're going to see if we see the same priority onto that Alarak, or maybe if that prioritization maybe shifts towards like ETC, perhaps. Still a Sylvanas ban coming out from Reborn Knights Black, and yeah, as I've talked about, as we've seen, Sylvanas very strong in the meta at the moment, kind of becoming one of that go-to ranged assassin. 47% popularity, 60% win rate, so very high. On the other hand, what do we ban out now on the other side? They're going to deny Dahaka, so this is a map where globals can be valuable. We did see ReGen Phoenix use globals very well on that last map. We'll see if that is the priority again. That Dahaka ban suggests they perhaps want to control globals, or at least maybe want to panic and force out maybe a first pick Falstad or something counterable. Phantom, or not Phantom, excuse me, Crafty Devil banning out Alarak here, so perhaps they just have a very high opinion of Alarak. They don't want to give it to ReGen Phoenix, so it was maybe a denial first pick. ETC going to be denied here, though, to prevent Rabbit Penguin from picking up. Last time I casted Reborn Knights Black, Rabbit Penguin really had a strong ETC game, so I think ETC is just at that point in the meta where he's actually appears to be the top draft pick. With the nerfs we've seen to Anubarak and Diablo, I think ETC might be the top tank. 64% win rate. I mean, that's significant. 200 games into the season, so it's not a tiny sample size. Falstad, gonna be the first pick, so really wanted to make sure they get onto that global. Again, though, I'm worried that they're going to have a global, but I'm worried that they're prioritizing heroes that aren't typically what you'd see in first pick. You know, Nubarak's up, Anna's up, Maeva's up, and there we see they let the Maev through, so Darabo going to jump immediately onto that Maev, as well as we have Maev's buddy, Stukov. They go together like peas in a pod. And Darabo has played himself a tiny bit of Maev himself. I believe when I casted them earlier, he played that hero. So just gonna load up some stats. 1-1 record, but I mean, that KDA is quite impressive. Over a 5 KDA. So you know, I think the Maev is gonna be a strong pick. There's the Joanna Jaina. So two fairly diveable assassins, but of course, Joanna Jaina can pair well together. I think that Falstad Gust going to be very, very important to have. But now with bans coming up, Zeratul going to get banned. So Zeratul, I haven't really seen a lot of it, honestly, and I'm kind of surprised. I mean, taking a look, Zeratul down to a 27% popularity, 62% win rate, though. I just expected Zeratul to be a lot more popular this season, especially with the prevalence of Ana. But speaking of that, you just banned out Zeratul. The enemy team could go into an Ana. The grenade could prevent some of that value you typically see from the Maev Stukov, but just to deny healing and potentially force a retreat. Anubarak banned out on the other side. I expected a tank ban, obviously with the healer and kind of that hyper carry already taken. Healer, Anub seems the most logical. This does leave up Diablo, who can be good on this map. A lot of wallbang potential. As well as Muradin, leaping over the wall. Muradin going to be the pick here from Arrow. Murder getting back onto that Kael'thas that we saw in the last game. It played quite well, I thought, honestly. Murder did reasonably well onto that hero. So taking a look now. 1-1 record, but again, very respectable KDA. It's a 9.5 KDA. Small sample size, but very good, and pairs extremely well with what they have. We're going to get a Malthael solo lane from Crafty Devil. Now, I think this is something that is a good move on the side of Reborn Knights Black. I like it when Crafty Devil is on these heroes, where he can be a lot more aggressive in terms of offensively. You know, Rexar plays more kind of a annoyance role, but also an engage role. And I think the issue was last game they weren't getting that first kill. But Solskiddo gonna jump onto that Malfurion, and that's been kind of a class for him. But here we go, Greymane. I have not seen a lot of Greymane until recently, and he's back with some of these buffs. Greymane has been quite strong the last week here in Nexus Gaming Series. Taking just a gander here at some stats from Greymane, we can see that his popularity is climbing up to 28%. Still a low win rate, but I expect that to continue to climb. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for this match. Obviously, you got a lot of Wombo potential on the side of ReGen Phoenix. On the other side, Reborn Knights Black. They have a lot of macro potential, and also some Wombo potential. Blessed Shield and the Twilight Dream. Be an interesting matchup. And a lot, I think, is going to come down to the play of Malfurion. Malfurion can be very much a win harder or lose harder hero, so we're going to take a look at Solskiddo. He has played some Malfurion in the past, not currently listed among these top 3 heroes, but gonna be important for him to make some plays. But here we go now, jumping into the match. It's going to be on the left. Once again, Reborn Knights Black. We're going to have Crafty Devil on Malthael. Rabid Penguin going to be on Joanna. Solskiddo on Malfurion. GG Pokecheck on Jaina. And Phantom's going to be on the Falstad. Reborn Knights Black looking to even up the series. I think it's game 3. But ReGen Phoenix has something to say about that. Ari on Stukov. Murder on Kael'thas. Darabo on Maiev. Arrow going to be playing the Muradin. And Mudge is going to be on the Greymane. As we see the good luck high fives dropped. Let's see how long that positive spirit carries.
Let the battle begin.
Looking at some level 1 talents. Third Wind out of Muradin. I like Third Wind on this map. A lot of this map is just stalling and ultimately kind of winning the poke war. And since they don't have the most poke in the world on the side of ReGen Phoenix, I like going with that Third Wind, and Muradin can effectively serve as a poker. Meanwhile, though, minion wave just going to be surrendered mid. No, Muradin. Yeah, Muradin not going to pick it up because now he has to peel Darabo out. Darabo going to be able to blink away. But that minion wave in mid surrendered, and that's going to already be a pretty interesting XP lead for the side of Reborn Knights Black. We'll see if they can maintain that. Greymane now rotating down mid, perhaps looking for this engage on this rotation. Greymane potentially looking at a flank position. The danger pings come in, though, so I think it's expected. Now Greymane rotating up, trying to back onto Mudge. This is an interesting matchup here in the solo lane. Crafty Devil should win if he plays it well, especially with Phantoms coming in for the global. Mudge going to be able to escape this one, but camp's being taken here by both teams at the moment. ReGen Phoenix grabbing theirs first. Potential to invade now with only 3 here. Falstad flying top. 4 people here. There's the root, slowing the engage. But Malthael and Falstad could get here. Falstad could charge over the wall, but nonetheless, ReGen Phoenix going to double up the sappers with a successful invade. And I like this play. They're playing the map the way it's often played. Hyper focus onto this bot lane. Try to get the early wall down. Oh, good root there by Malfurion. Darabo taking quite a bit of damage. Stukov should be able to heal that up fairly quick. But already Kael'thas up to 7 globes of that Mana Addict. Stacking it quick, and you really want to get it stacked quick. Murder there now kind of leading, or trailing the retreat a bit, but I'm on my phone. It refreshes chat sometimes. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Repsychic. I'm biased to go in RGP. Yeah, I would expect as much. But, we are seeing Malfurion go with this offensive build, so the Celestial Attunement to get some extra damage as well as Vengeful Root. So really trying to just out-damage ReGen Phoenix. And it's a lot of single target damage, which is actually kind of the way you beat Stukov. You force him to blow his trait to save 1 person, and then he doesn't have that AoE sustain that just lets them re-engage for another 16 seconds. And we're not going to see target excision or anything. This is an E-build. We're going to see that growing infestation, I would expect. Possibly long pitch on the map, but I just... Without Fetid Touch, you don't really go target excision. Arrow, keeping vision on where the teams are. Nobody grabbing the top just yet. Greymane going to rotate in. Is Falstad, though, going to harass this? No, he is going to fly bottom. Malthael might harass this. Here comes the engage onto bottom. No, Malthael going to rotate down as well. Oh, and that is going to be Arya getting blown up. Great root there by Soul Skiddo. Good follow-up there by Phantoms. And actually, Malthael started to rotate down. That should let these sappers get in up top for Greymane. Oh, and Crafty Devil forced to engage because of that tether. But sappers go in top, and so we're seeing ReGen Phoenix really get a good macro lead here. They are down 4 shots, but you don't overthink being down 4 shots. You just say, like, look, game's not won and lost on a 2-for-1 trade on the first shrine. Game is lost on some late game team fights and macro play, and if you can get that macro advantage potential to set up later a cap, it's gonna go. And all right. Well, I assume they died up there. Trade out there, Malthael and Greymane. I think it was actually under tower was where the death occurred. Malthael diving tower for the finish. And Quicksilver bullets from Greymane, so going with that extra attack range. Malthael doing the double soak with the on a pale horse. Arrow, though, trying to be annoying. Crafty Devil having to pull out some jukes. Tether can't land to pull Crafty Devil back in. He's going to be able to escape this one for the time being. And this is going to be the top shrines here. We're going to get left and right on top. We're going to see how this gets traded out. Altar's up in 10, and there are 3 members of ReGen Phoenix here in this bot lane dealing with the sappers. This could become problematic here. Now, Falstad is going to back channel, but Malthael is going to step up. Kael'thas and Stukov almost here. Muradin, though, going to be trailing this rotation significantly, so I think it's going to be on Darabo to be able to stall this out. Now Muradin joining the fight. We're going to get the first 5v5 team fight of the match, and poke check was a little bit too far forward. Got immediately engaged on and targeted. Malthael trying to get into the back line, but now he's going to get turned on, not able to get that first kill there, and now Rabid Penguin has to run away right under tower. Going to get taken out. And that's going to be ReGen Phoenix establishing a pretty early advantage in terms of XP, as now they're going to be able to get control of that map. Get level 10s here, but still 32 to 28, so it's not about getting to level 10 first. It's about doing something with level 10 when you get there first. If you don't do anything with it, then, you know, if they don't do anything with it before Reborn Nice Black gets 10, then it really doesn't matter that they got it this early that much. They are going to choose to push up this bot fort. Joanna going in with the Unstoppable. Looking at the 10s, we got the massive shove out of Stukov. Swoon. Avatar Phoenix. Greymane has not picked yet. And actually, Greymane getting picked off there with the Falstad fly-in. Gonna steal the siege camp top lane. We have the containment disc out of Maiev, rather than the Warden's Cage, which is what I expected whenever you see like that Stukov Maiev combo. But I imagine there's a good thought process behind it, possibly denying the Gust. Meanwhile, Gust, Last Rites, Blessed Shield, Twilight Dream, and Ring of Frost. A lot of potential for Wombos. And Last Rites is a good way to punish Malthael pick. He doesn't really have good burst healing. Root coming in, doesn't collect anyone. It's going to be a solo tower bot, but Sapper is going to be grabbed here by Falstad with the bribe. We are seeing ReGen Phoenix position defensively. Arya going to go for the channel. Joanna should be able to interrupt this, but the question is, how much does she have to sell out to do it? There's containment disc onto Malthael. Rabid Penguin a bit low. It is the cursed bullet, I should note, out of Greymane, who still has it standing. Rabid Penguin still going to go in. Now down to about 20% health. Has the Iron Skin. Crafty Devil getting pulled back into the fight by Darabo. There's a huge silence by the Stukov. And the living bomb spread chunking out damage. Malthael, Joanna, and Malfurion all go down, and no one dies. Great healing there by the Stukov, but it all comes down to that Tether Silence, getting them stacked up, Tether Silence with the living bomb. And there you see it. The goal is, you know, hey, if you're not going to stack up, we're going to stack you up. Sorry, last right's a good way to punish the Malfurion pick, is what I meant to say there. Just because Malfurion doesn't really have a burst heal option. But here we go. ReGen Phoenix now has an opportunity to kind of put their foot on the gas in this game. They're going to grab this bottom lane. Are any sappers up soon? Let's see, minute 9:36. So they could double up sappers here. They need to defend this for the time being. Falstad and Malthael, meanwhile, trying to find 13 for their team. Here we go. Silence coming in, just try to be disruptive. Iron Skin used. Just defending this point, kind of waiting for the sappers to come up. Trying to make sure they get that advantage. Back sapper is coming up now for red. Greymane doing the solo soaking. Always kind of a bit awkward to be offlaning with the Greymane just because you don't have that self-sustain, but doing okay with it. But still an invade onto the sapper camps. And Darabo doesn't sniff this out, and I think Darabo is in so much trouble. Containment disc not going to help out. That was a great route there by Solskiddo. And so sapper is going to be stolen. And that was a heads-up play there by Reborn Knights Black. Bless the shield, looking for the re-engage. There's the Ring of Frost, catches two. Blizzard coming in. Arya going to go down. The Twilight Dream going to secure the kill onto the Kael'thas. Last Right's going to secure the kill on Murden. That's 4 kills. Back to back to back to back for Reborn Knights Black. As now they're going to be able to get back into this game. I imagine Crafty Devil is sniffing out the camp being taken here. Going to clear that lane up, but now we have this awkward situation bottom. We have a blue camp on the right, and we have a red camp on the left. But tower going to be channeled. 4 shots going over. And we've gotten now 2 solo shrines. And so this is kind of a slower pace game here. 28 to 20 at the moment. Next shrine going to be the triple.
Has destroyed a fort.
Sorry, you're right on that. I actually did mean the Stukov pick. Last right's a good way to punish Stukov because again it forces him to trait a single target. Sorry, I get heroes mixed up when I'm calling out a lot of things. Not the heroes themselves mixed up, just their names. Right now, both teams kind of rotating. They've reclaimed their respective towers. Darabo trying to secure a push towards this bottom. The boss is going to be grabbed here by Reborn Knights Black, and I don't think ReGen Phoenix expected it at all. So ReGen Phoenix going to lose 4 more points on their core. 28 to 16 now. That lead's starting to grow a bit. They're going to grab this bottom fort in exchange. Joanna going to look for this engage. Trying to find Kael'thas. Now possibly turning the attention onto Darabo, but there's the route onto Kael'thas. Ring of Frost coming down, catches, but Jaina a little bit too far forward without the tank. Now going to go down. Mighty Gush trying to peel out Crafty Devil. And I think a little bit of a disorganized engage there by Reborn Knights Black. Didn't seem to be a clear target call as you had Jaina way out in front of Joanna there. I think Reborn Knights Black probably going to wish they had that one back. Maev is going to get the bottom channel. Is Era going to be able to stall this? He does. So that's 10 shots in, possibly 5 more coming. 18 to 16. Maev going to join this. Massive shove, but the last right is going to secure the kill onto Stukov. And at this point now, I think ReGen Phoenix, you take what you got and you go home. Going to leave the game at 16 to 15. So there you see just that one kill onto Jaina really morphing into big advantage now on the map on that objective as ReGen Phoenix trades up 10 points for 3 on that triple shrine phase. Net 7 gain. Sorry, I said 16-15, and it's actually 18-13, but still a net 7 game. They were down 12, now they're only down 5. Reborn once again doing this camp. I think keep an eye on Phantoms. Is he gonna do it? He is not gonna do it.
Has destroyed a fort.
Fort taken back here in the bot lane. But now it looks like we're going to see ReGen Phoenix push for this top lane. Bit unconventional. They have the sappers, though, so this fort should go down. And there it goes. They weren't able to kill the fort before that last sapper went down, but trading out top for bottom with sappers inbound. Now let's see how Reborn Knights plays this. Are they going to fight to push these sappers in? Looks like they are. But they kind of were a bit indecisive, and the sappers already going down. Sapper's not going to be up for a bit. This is going to be a solo shrine fight. Both teams with 4 points potentially. Looking like no one's going to get their structure back. So we're going to see a 5v5 fight, but you got to be careful about the positioning. We've seen GG Pokecheck get a little bit ahead of the tank a couple of times, but a great engage there by Joanna, separating out the members of the red team. Darabo using that containment disc, but not able to push up with the team. Ring of Frost comes down, collects Murden. Good dodge there by Mudge, but Mudge is so low, can't really re-engage. Darabo having to blink out of the fight, but Last Rites is going to secure the kill onto Maiev before the getaway can happen, and now ReGen Phoenix is looking for the escape hatch. Arrow going to be able to jump away, but actually the turnaround kill onto Joanna, so it is a 4v4 at the moment. Arrow, though, is so low, didn't get time for the third wind to kick, and so Arrow is going to drop, but the root combo with Kael'thas from Stukov, not the root combo, but it was a slow silence, so it is the same combo as the root combo, just without the root, with Kael'thas going to secure the kill, so 3v3, but Crafty Devil has just so much HP at this point. I don't know if they can win this fight. Murda is getting low. Murder goes down. I said Murda there. Apologies. Mudge trying to move on to GG Pokecheck. Arya going to go down to Crafty Devil. Greymane goes down. That's going to be a 5-man team wipe. What can Reborn Knights Black do with these staggered deaths? They're going to grab sappers. Those can get walked in. It's going to force Darabo to clear this. They could actually take mid fort here and then go and get top, and that looks like that might be the play. They can go under structure, so you can use the Treant to tank, and that's exactly what we're seeing there. Polskiddo knows what's up. And they're going to move. They're going to try to shell game this, so they're going to take mid. They're then going to take their top left. Yeah, the containment disc, so Darabo used it in that fight, but wasn't really able to move in with the team despite Malthael kind of being taken out of the fight there. Now moving up, taking top back, trading top for bottom, but that's going to be 5 structures to 3, all things considered here. Falstad actually not pushing top yet. We are seeing a focus onto the sappers. Mid structure taken. Looks like they'll rotate up and grab that. Meanwhile, Muradin looking like he's scouting. But boss now started once again by Reborn Knights Black. And with the clear on the mid fort, they have all the vision they need over ReGen Phoenix. And so this is going to be a boss taken. Falstad doing a smart job, staying in vision. And that's going to be 4 more shots. And that's going to leave ReGen Phoenix in a precarious position. 5 shots left on their core. It's going to be a solo shrine phase. So we'll see what they can do with this. But potentially, Reborn Knights Black could go for an end here. If they're able to win a team fight, they can go bot. They can end by taking bot and then capping. If they get a lot of kills, Falstad going to be a little bit late to this fight. Starting to fly in now. Here he comes. Solskiddo a little bit split off from Crafty Devil here. Going to have a hard time getting heals up. Joanna coming in with the Condemn. There's Containment Disc onto Jaina, trying to deny that Ring of Frost. Rabid Penguin in a very bad spot. There's the Tether. Indestructible blown there by Joanna. Level 20 coming in a good time. Bodies just start hitting the floor very fast and furious. Joanna and Malfurion down versus Murd, and Crafty Devil going to be the next to fall. Not able to get a kill with that last race. There's the root going to land on the Kael'thas. ReGen Phoenix is going to win that fight 5 kills to 2. And now they have an opportunity to get a structure before they get the channel. With 5 people dead, Falstad not going to be up for 50. He's the one I mentioned because of the fly. They could get bottom. They could equalize this down to, not equalize it down, but 13 to 5. They could make it more equal, 13 to 5. They get bottom. Yeah, there was a whiff blessed shield there as well. A lot to call out fast and furious, but it looked like a good engage at first from Rabid Penguin, but that actually was the best containment disc we've seen this fight. Getting Jaina down really prevented that counter engage that you've typically seen with that Ring of Frost. Joanna getting very low, Instructables blown, but then drops. Good engage there. This Sapper camp up in 3 seconds. They should be able to take this. And that's going to be potentially 6 shots walking down bottom. And I expect that we'll get a full defense from Reborn Knights Black, but that will allow ReGen Phoenix possibly to push up mid. They're actually going to walk these Sappers up. Mouth Ale is mid in the meantime, so these Sappers very much could go in. Joanna coming in with the Condemn. You have Jaina as well, getting the Blizzard all over the Sappers. They get annihilated. Still, though, 5v5 fight potentially here in the bottom. Rabid Penguin very low, taking a lot of damage from Greymane. Sugov dropping that silence, just trying to make it awkward. Oh, Phantoms was a bit out of position. GG Poke check is so low. Has to blow the ice block just to not die to Living Bomb. That almost was a kill. ReGen Phoenix, they wanted it. And at this point, you're seeing Reborn Knights Black say, hey, let's not fight right now. Let's just try to get some degree of macro control back. They're rotating up to mid. They kind of don't know what to do, it appears. But it is going to be a top shrine. Now, Reborn Knights Black, this is good for them. 2 shrines. If they can wipe or just win a team fight, they can get both. They can end the game, even with only 3 structures. 5 structures on the other team, they can't win. Unless they get a 6 cap. So the only way that you see a win, a 6 cap, boss not up for another minute, so maybe if they wipe, they have time to get boss, but looks like we could just see a trade. Oh, and Reborn Knights Black, they're back capping with Soul Skiddo. Containment disc onto Joanna, trying to secure the engage. Gus going to be used just for the interrupt. This is potentially game ending here. Only 2 shots left on core for ReGen Phoenix. Rabid Penguin coming in. There's the Condemn, trying to set up the engage. Living Bomb onto the back, though. Jaina does disarm it. Joanna trying to get the Condemn, but Joanna really starting to drop here. Does she have Indestructible? She's very low. The Living Bomb absolutely annihilates. Oh, and Last Rites is going to be used, trying to get the kill on Darabo. Darabo going to be able to... Massive shove, just making sure Darabo gets away. That's going to be a channel here. That's going to be 5 shots, but that, once again, kind of just got a bit stacked up. Kind of got a bit stacked up. You get the good engage, the Living Bomb goes off, and absolute annihilation there. And the Kel'Thas, boy howdy, if ReGen Phoenix wins this game, that's where they did it. But if we go to a map number 3, I don't expect to see the Kel'Thas make it through. Unless we see Reborn Knights Black make pretty dramatic adjustments. But this is a 6 cap. Bottom is going to get taken. Did any shots go through? Boss is going to come through. It's going to be 3-2. Sapper is getting grabbed now by blue team. I expect a rotation down the bottom. And we are going to see just that. If this structure goes down, it's going to be, well, we are going to see mid go down actually very quick. So it looks like they're just going to rotate their Sappers here. 3-2. We're in a solo shrine fight on the bottom. That actually, I think, favors ReGen Phoenix because this choke point, I think, is going to set up Stukov and Maya very nicely. You kind of have to take a fight over this. So whoever wins this next fight is going to win the game. Now for Reborn Knights Black, it doesn't even matter if they So long as they don't lose all their structures, it really just comes down to who wins this next fight. Greymane rotating away at the moment. Oh, he's going to go for top sappers. This is an aggressive play. Oh, and T-Tors. Muradin just went down there. Oh, boy. And that could be game.
Swift hero.
Greymane went top to go get structures on this pivotal fight. Muradin goes in. He gets blown up. Darabo now falling. Last Right's going to kill Stukov. And that's going to be Reborn Knights Black. They're absolutely going to win this game now. It's just a matter of how long it takes them to do it. And whether or not GG Pokejek dies, which he doesn't. Greymane trying to walk these sappers up, but the channel's going to come in first. I think that was... I get the idea, but that was just a great blow-up onto Muradin. And, you know, if Muradin survives that, if he gets the avatar off, if he survives, then ReGen Phoenix can win that game with the sappers top. But with Muradin dying that fast into the fight, I mean, so fast that I just wasn't even ready for it, that it enabled Reborn Knights Black to get the channel quickly enough. And, you know, we saw all the pushing trying to stall it to get the sappers in, but it wasn't enough. And so with that, we're going to get a game number 3. So I'm excited for that. Reborn Knights Black coming back in this series. So we'll get set up for that. Taking a look at the post-game stats, tons of healing out of both supports. Stukov always pretty much going to out-heal a Malfurion, all things being equal. If both healers are competent, Malfurion can't really heal Stukov. It's just not... Stukov has better throughput options, but check out that Kel'Thas damage. 80k, absolutely massive. But it was that last kill on the Muradin that really sealed the deal. So with that, we'll be right back. Stay tuned to the next gaming series. Welcome back, everyone. Next is Gaming Series Game 3 here between Reborn Knights Black and ReGen Phoenix. It is the decider, and it looks like this map, I believe, was chosen by ReGen Phoenix. Yes, it was. First draft pick over to Reborn Knights Black. So they chose all 3 maps tonight, and Reborn Knights Black had the option after Game 1 to choose first pick. They chose not to. They chose to stick with map pick. But now it seems like ReGen Phoenix wants to get Reborn Knights Black on these macro-heavy maps, seemingly thinking that their macro play is stronger. ReGen Phoenix has had good macro play, but yeah, that is their choice. And once again, Alarak banned, so it seems like that's just something Reborn Knights Black is quite worried about on the other team. On the other hand, Falstad gonna get banned out here. So Falstad actually been a contested hero in this series, and he's been on both winning teams so far. I think, yeah, he's been on both winning teams. So good ban. Sylvanas, once again the ban. So targeting those assassins leaves up a lot of power picks at tank and support. So at this point, what's the 4th ban gonna be? We see Phantoms on Alarak and Falstad. Those are banned out. I've seen them on other heroes, but I'm just specifically mentioning tonight. ETC going to be the ban. I respect it. I think ETC was absolutely the first pick if he was not banned out. We'll see. Fair warning to everyone, as soon as this map's over, I'm jumping into Reborn Knights Red versus Logical Decision. So there won't be a post-game interview, regardless who wins, unless it's like a 12-minute game. Which, it can happen. Greymane, gonna be the first pick. So now we're seeing really a high prioritization on Greymane. I don't think I've seen a Greymane first pick in quite a long time, but here we are. And he's been impactful in this series, was impactful in that last map, possibly trying to get Mudge onto something a bit more conventional, which, if that were the goal, mission accomplished, because we have a Dahaka and a Lunara. Now, I get the Dahaka, you want to get global, but it's actually their mage player, Murder, who is picking up Dahaka at the moment. Mudge is getting onto Lunara, which is not what I expected. This early in the draft. That is... I like the Diablo pick. Lucio makes sense into the Lunara. You have the sound barrier to enable the engage as well as the sustained healing. Haven't really seen... I think this is the first Lucio game I will have casted this season. Taking a look here at the stats. Lucio... How's he doing these days? 20% pick rate, or popularity rate. 58% win rate, though. But quite low popularity, lower even than Rhaegar. Still, he's there. He's relevant. And he's going to show up in this series. Diablo, Rabid Penguin. A lot of wallbang potential in this fight. Denying the Brightwing. So this series really starting to be a lot about the globals. What other globals are available at this point? You could go Junkrat for a pseudo global, or at least fast rotations. You have Malthael for On a Pale Horse, but you already have a solo laner. Alex Strasza, Cleansing Flame as your global. Calling it. Not serious. There's the Abathur. Hey, there's your global. There's your global. Abathur coming in. Darabo gonna show us some slug time. Slug life. And, this is a classic combo here. You're going to clone Arthas. You're going to have CC Faux Days. Lunara can really go to town, get a lot of value off the bonus damage from slowed targets. I'd like to see something like a Jaina paired with that. For even more burst.
Glory to the Horde.
Phantom's undeterred. Gonna get onto that hyper carry Vala, as well as we're gonna see a Thrall coming in to add some more melee DPS, as well as, you know, potentially disengage with the Earthquake. But we do have an ABBA. What's the last pick gonna be? I don't want to see something burst damage. Oh wait, no, they need a support. They need a healer. Morales. Okay. That's right. We're I don't know why I'm like, oh yeah, they also need that thing. What's it called? Oh yeah, the role I play. I am not doing my best job tonight, guys. Let's be honest. But I try. With that, an interesting draft. We're gonna see how it plays out. I think this match could go either way. It's kind of I think because of the way this match is played out, where ReGen Phoenix, I think, throughout these games has typically done a better job of only taking fights when they want them. And that's to say that they've lost some of the fights they've wanted, but they've taken fights when they've wanted. Abathur really plays into that well. And so I think I'm gonna go ReGen Phoenix takes this, but I think it may absolutely could go either way. Both the teams very evenly matched, so we'll see what happens here as we jump into the series. Gonna be map 3. It's gonna decide this. Let's take a look at the teams on the left. Reborn Knights Black. Going to be Crafty Devil on Thrall. Rabid Penguin. Going to be on Diablo. Solskiddo on Lucio. GG Pokecheck on Greyman. And Phantoms on Vala. I have to think Crafty Devil really should have played Diablo. But on the other side, Arya going to be on Morales. We're going to have Murder on Dahaka. Darabo on Abathur. Arrow going to be playing Arthas. And Mudge going to be playing Lunara.
Fight.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it made sense now why they picked Lunara, because if they pick Arthas, I think that gives away the Abathur pick. And if they pick Medic that early, you know, you're just going to see something like a Zeratul or a Genji or something like that. But level 1 talents. Thrall, go and echo the elements. Pretty standard across the board. Tissue regeneration from Dahaka. I kind of would have wanted to have seen Race Guard Dahaka, but obviously with the many slows they have, maybe not needed. But let's see what happens here in this opening laning phase. This is where, during the laning portion of this phase, ReGen Phoenix going to be a little bit weaker. But then if they do, so these are some smart rotations. So they're sending Dahaka top, Abba bot, and they're moving Lunara bot to deal with this Vala. Very, very smart rotations here. Actually, no one bot just yet. Darabo soaking with his hat, but Vala doing a good job playing whack-a-mole at the moment. Lunara gonna get some help here from Medic. Arth is clearing the mid. These camp already picked up here by Greymane. You see that power of the Greymane camp clear. Greymane actually going to rotate in with Lucio onto Bruiser, so trying to get a macro advantage before this first shrine. They want to create an incentive where, you know, they want to create the incentive where we're going to see ReGen Phoenix just stay at home and clear lanes and soak. To try to get a, they want to basically. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Reborn Knights Black wants to try to get 2 shrines very, very quick here. They don't want a long stall. They want to grab them. Lunara won't be the Abba clone target. It will be Abathur, or it will be wow, it will be Arthas. Into this comp, that's just Abba clone Arthas. That's the play. But meanwhile, pushing up this mid lane, getting some macro pressure early against the Avacomp. Good idea. Arrow separated out a bit from the team. There's the boops, trying to be harassing, but Arthas just has so much HP. Medic helping with the safeguard with the heals as well. We're already getting some push value up bot though, so wall for a wall trade. And if I'm on the side of ReGen Phoenix, I count that as a win. The Hawk are going to stay top, get that soak. Abba actually burrowing top now, so that way Abba can body soak when Dahaka joins the fight. So Skiddo going to get this channel. Arrow going for the root to interrupt. Now getting rooted by Thrall. Taking a lot of damage, but Morales healing it right back up. So Skiddo does get the channel. Lunara staying in that bot. Dahaka continuing to push top, trying to go for wall value. And this is going to be a play, I think, on the next shrine as well. ReGen Phoenix not going to engage unless they get a pick off beforehand. And so it's going to really come down to this third shrine. Third shrine goes in favor of ReGen Phoenix. Interesting game. Goes in favor of Reborn Knights Black. Could be a short game. We'll see. Bruiser Camp picked up here by ReGen Phoenix. Siege Camp going to be up shortly on the side of Reborn Knights Black. But they are pushing up mid at the moment.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
Taking a look. Quest progress coming along nicely for Reborn Knights Black. Some longer, slower quests on the side of ReGen Phoenix. Arthas not really able to get too many root combos yet. And it's going to be difficult with that Lucio. And that was a short stall. And now you actually have to worry about, is there potentially a level 10 in time for the third shrine if you don't get a stall here? Murder getting spotted out. Lunara having to come in to interrupt Soul Skiddo. Now Murder getting charged out by Diablo, but the damage focus onto GG Pokecheck. GG Pokecheck is low. He's going to drop the poison damage if he doesn't get a heal. Lucio coming back, but it's not enough, and Greymane's going to drop, and that is a huge win for ReGen Phoenix. Is getting a kill at this point in the game. 4 into 5 is massive for them. 4.5 into 5, really. And that is not good if you're on the side of Reborn Knights Black. GG Pokecheck, little bit overextended, got punished well. Allowing Abba to get some soak down in the bot while Dahaka dealing with Vala top, not the ideal matchup. But just going to have to soak at the wall for a bit. Camps being started on by both teams, siege camps. Bruiser Camp will be up here in just a second as well for Reborn Knights Black though. But level 10 should be here shortly, and that's great news if you're on the side of ReGen Phoenix, because that's what you've been playing for. We're getting a boss play here. Inara, I think, would spot this out, but they're choosing to break off the boss just because curse token's up, it's nearby, but level 10s are going to be here really any second. So you need to get that pick now, and they're looking for the pick onto Lunara. Did they grab it? No, not enough CC. Follow-up. Level 10s are here. We got the clone. We got Leaping Strike. We got Army of the Dead. Combat Stim and Isolation. Dahaka going for the channel. Arthas being a nuisance. We could see the clone at any moment. And here it comes. It is the clone onto the Arthas. And they're actually moving in. They got the slows onto Greymane. Greymane could be in trouble here. Now the slows onto Diablo. Vala in the back line. Split engage. Darabo just chasing away the members of Reborn Knights Black. Clone going to drop and give some XP. But that is going to be the second token picked up here by Reborn Knights Black. Or, excuse me, by ReGen Phoenix, forgive me. And so ReGen Phoenix, there you see the power of that Arthas clone. It can just run out the enemy team. And with all the HP that Arthas has, even in clone form, it's really difficult to do this. Yeah, no, I'm awful tonight too. It must be going around. I'm screwing up all kinds of stuff, but I'm having fun. This is a great match. I'm just having a lot of fun watching it. Crafty Devil. Let's see how crafty he is. Looks like... Did they give this and go boss? No. They are going to fight over this. And why not? Well, here's why not. Clone's not up yet. You don't have Clone up for another 20 seconds. But Thrall, going to be late rotating. Dahaka can go at any time. Crafty Devil might even need to stay behind now just to root Dahaka so he can't burrow charge. And that may need to be the play. But Crafty Devil rotating down. Meanwhile, Caster not paying attention. Lunara getting caught out here. Dahaka joining the fight just to try to help Arrow get away. Arrow is going to get away for the time being. Root comes in, hits 2, but it's not going to be enough. And that will be the second token. So the next one's going to be the Decider token for the first curse. And boss going to be grabbed here by both teams. But without Lunara, you have to think well, Lunara is up now, but you have to think like this could potentially be a double boss play by Reborn Knights Black. No, I think they'll be all right. The Abathur's gonna help. With the wall weakened top versus the wall healthy bot, top bot's gonna get a lot more value. Lunara able to get there in time. Next token looks like a siege camp steal. No, I think they were just scouting and looking for a pick before the next fight. And that's kind of how you have to play against Abathur. Gank squad. Set up. Gank party. Man, don't you hate it when you throw a gank party and you invite all your friends and none of them show up? They all replied maybe on Facebook. Maybe's not a polite no. Maybe means like 50-50 minimum. But now Phantoms having to get the sound barrier just to stay alive, but Darabo all over Phantoms. The poison damage is going to secure the kill on Vala unless some major healing comes in. It does not. And now Rabid Penguin not going to be able to get at him from the Arthas. There's the tongue. Mudge is low. Do they potentially get the kill with GG Poketech? No, they don't. 2 kills there, and there you're just seeing the power of this Arthas clone, making it absolutely unpleasant. I think the Siege Camp steal was just too risky when you're dealing with the fact that that was a decisive curse token. And now you have a chance to really get a lot of value here onto the map. But yeah, you are seeing the power of Arthas clone. It is... Having been in a situation where I've played against an Arthas clone, it is what we call unpleasant. Arthas clone just runs into the enemy team. And there's nothing you can do with it. It has too much HP to one-shot. Mudge, nifty leaping strike to get away. We have a combat stim on Arthas. Value. Yeah, Abba, I think, died to the boss. Which was a bit unfortunate, but I wasn't really paying attention. Just because I was focused really on that team fight and what they're going to do with this. They managed to get all the forts. They get top keep wall. Mid keep wall still standing. Bot keep wall still standing. But macro lead now. They're up 2 structures, both forts. Going to get the occasional katas in both lanes. Getting some camp rotations. Siege camp going to get picked up. Siege camp being picked up by ReGen Phoenix. They have their bruiser to move into as well. But with the lane so pushed in, this is a situation where it's a bit awkward because despite getting the curse, despite getting those forts, despite getting those kills, right now we're actually seeing the weird situation where ReGen Phoenix is down in XP, and with the lane so pushed up, it's virtually impossible to soak at the moment. So this is awkward. They're going to need to find a way to get level 16. They can do it reasonably quick. Abba can still soak the lane safely. But camp's going to be rotated. They're looking for that gank. And really just getting a huge amount of vision in this top jungle. That's what the Spirit Head is going to do, the Wisp. The Haga has finished tissue regeneration, so very, very high HP regen. Really just kind of going with unkillable. The Arthas and Dahaka very hard to kill. So everything's based on this Lunara, but it will allow Morales really to just kind of single target focus Lunara. Level 16s though coming in for Reborn Knights Black. Can they do anything with it? It's a very small window.
I grow tired of it.
But if they get this curse, they're right back in this game.
Earn my favor.
Ooh, they're looking like they want to engage onto Lunara. There's the flip. Leaping Strike is available. And there you see it. But that's one leaping strike less to have in this team fight. They're worried about Bush. They see Dahaka now. He's out of the bush. Arrow moving in. Here comes the clone. Darabot once again on the Arthas. Diablo getting separated out. There's the slow totem. Sound barrier coming in. Trying to buy space. APOC gonna land on the murder, but not really enough to do anything. The clone is now down. Rabid Penguin is low. Lucio doesn't have sound barrier anymore. Needs to be careful. GG poke check. Gonna be able to disengage out of there very well. Crafty Devil, though, so low on the front side. They're all not able to get self-sustained. 1-for-1 trade. They're all for Arthas at the moment. But Phantoms with a really good dive in, securing the kill onto the Haka with that multi-shot. And that will be Reborn Knights Black grabbing their first curse of the match. Top lane's pushed in. Well, let's see what they can do with it. It's a chance to really soak a lot of XP, get really close to 20. Let's see if they play, let's get 20, or if they instead play, we're going to push and try to go for keep. Looks like they want to go for keep. They want to open up this win condition. But keep in mind, Abathur clone is back up. Arthas will be back up in 3 seconds. Meanwhile, you don't have sound barrier up for 15, so gotta be careful now. Rabid Penguin, a little bit low on HP. Amp It Up has been used. Oh, are we gonna get the Abathur clone here? Rabid Penguin's gonna drop. Now Lunara all over So Skiddo, and I don't even think you need the Abathur clone now. Reborn Knights Black either not respecting death timers or not respecting the Arthas. Either way, they were just taught some respect by ReGen Phoenix there. So it's like a tongue twister. Reborn Knights Black, ReGen Phoenix. And I am officially late for my second match of the evening, but we'll make it up to you. We'll jump straight away into it. ReGen Phoenix moving straight into this boss. And with a kill on the Greymane Lucio, this is a free take, and it's going to push right into bot keep. Wall's still healthy, though. Wisp trying to give some vision. Scouting if anyone's in the area. No one is. And actually, we have kind of a counter boss trade. Let's see if they can get this in time. Looks like ReGen Phoenix is not going to push with this boss. They're expecting... either they plan to double boss push, or they're expecting Reborn Knights Black to be up here. Either way, ooh, this is going to be a tough cap. I think they're going to get the cap, and then I think they're going to die. There's the Earthquake trying to disengage. Lunara all over Phantoms. Crafty Devil self-sustaining through all of it, and Lunara is actually going to go down. Lucio keeping Phantoms alive. 4v4 situation now, but the Abathur clone was up, and you saw a re-engage here by Reborn Knights Black. I think that was a bit of a misplay. Now GG poke check in a world of hurt, as is Rabid Penguin, and I think if they just walk away and let the clone fall off, that's a very different engagement here. Boss taken, pushing top fort with the Siege Giant. But it's this boss here at the bottom that we're keeping an eye on, as Reborn Knights Black can rotate in. I think Reborn Knights Black, they got the kill on Lunara, but then they immediately re-engage, even though the boss was already taken, with the Abba clone having been used, Thrall already dead, and that cost them Diablo. Diablo does not have souls at the moment. Down to only 14 because of the last reset. Lunara going to be up in 5. This boss, not a lot of boss clear without Lunara. It's kind of just, they got to tickle it to death. Let the feathers work. That was an aggressive boss call. I do like that boss call. I'm not criticizing that boss call. I was nervous about it, but I think it was the right call, and it definitely paid off. What I'm criticizing as the wrong call, I think, was that re-engage with the Thrall dead after they got the kill on Lunara. Just Abba clone is not something you want to mess around with. Now, there is going to be a tribute here. But without level 20, I don't expect Reborn Knights Black to contest. And with no boss on the map, there's not really a big thing to fight over. I think here we'll just see them clear up bottom, perhaps go for some kind of cheeky show bot and make them back kind of play. Or they'll just grab level 20 here and then push up bot. Level 20s for both teams. We have the upgraded combat stim. Normally you see Cadus Reactor 2, but upgraded combat stim. Intensifying Toxin, Isa, or Contagion, going to be the pick. Abba going with the 2 hats. 2 hats are better than 1. Army of the Dead upgrade. Versus Earth and Shields, we have the Raincore. So a lot of potential attack damage coming out from Vala. Diablo choosing to go with Lord of Terror, and I actually love that decision because of the Arthas clone Dahaka with all that HP. It's going to steal a lot of HP, just make Diablo even more difficult to kill. Lucio going with Summer Anthem, so that unkillable talent for 1.5 seconds could allow Sound Barrier to land. And then we have the Blunderbuss from Greymane. Right now, without really any likelihood of a curse coming in anytime soon, we are seeing potentially a gank attempt, but Wisp gonna spot it out. Mind's trying to find members of Reborn Knights Black. Let's see if Diablo comes in for this flank. There's the Abba clone. You can disengage this. We are seeing that disengage. Great root by Thrall. And here we go, just Darabo can just suicide this, and that's the problem, because now you've given up that tribute, and you're like, okay, it's not that big, except now the next tribute is a curse. And so with that, I think you have to try to rush and take a fight as soon as possible. And that's weird. So Abba heroic cooldown is not showing when he's hatting something? Huh. That's just strange. Anyway. Gank attempt here onto bot. Ooh, Rabid Penguin. Oh, there's the root. Here comes the engage. There's no Abba clone, though. And now this could be the fight that Reborn Knights Black really wanted. Contagion gonna get some value, but Lunar goes to the backline and drops dead. And this could be Reborn Knights Black with an opportunity to take the series here with no Abathur clone in sight. Oh, and there down goes Morales. And Arrow now going to be the next to fall. There's no way he's getting out of this one. Reborn Knights Black probably just won themselves the series with that. They tried to set up a gank, tried to get a kill. But without that Abba clone, now up in 4 seconds, they're not going to be able to do it. And I think that that's just a situation where you just wait for Abba clone and wait for the next tribute before you take a fight. They got a little impatient. They took that fight. They tried to go for the gank onto the Diablo. It was not the right target to go for, and this is going to be Cord. Reborn Knights Black going to come all the way back from down 1-0 and take this series 2-0. What a fantastic series, though. Unfortunately, no post-game interview. We're going to have to jump as quickly as possible into the next match. So stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back here on the Nexus Gaming Series. I will put up the post-game stats for a brief moment. I will see everyone in just a second.